So we checking in with my guy 860. How you living, man?
It's good, man. Just trying to progress every day, honestly. Just keep working on my craft, make new connections.
Nah, for sure. Seem very humble. It's a
Yeah.
good thing. It's
Nah,
good. It's a
got
good
to
trait
be.
to have. So let's get into the beginning of things.
Yeah.
Well, you're from Hartford, obviously.
Oh, I'm from the Britain, actually.
You're from New Britain, okay.
Yeah.
So why did you call yourself 860? Area code based off of that?
I went by Young DGK before, and if like for people that don't know, that's just DGK is like a skateboarder brand. I was like real heavy into like skateboarding when I was younger, so I just like I'm a young version of that or whatever. So I just put it together like that. But when I changed it to 860, I just my beat tag was already saying that. But like my artist and producer name, I was going by like Young DGK, but then the producer was 860. But it was always the same person, like it was still me, because I made all the beats to my songs already. So I was like, you know what? I think it's just time to like grow up. It was more like a maturing thing. I was like, this name's not really working. And if I got that tag saying that every time the beat drop, it makes sense to change it. So I went with that name, and I do everything for my city. So it makes a lot of sense.
Nah, for sure. So DGK, isn't that Dirty Ghetto Kids?
Yeah.
That's a skateboarding brand?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was more of like a urban kind of thing, not so much skateboarding.
I mean, yeah.
Did they go into skateboarding or did it start?
No,
there?
it was already a skateboarding brand, but they like make clothes, decks, hats, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so,
but I remember seeing Biggie wear that, bro.
Yeah, but it's probably been out for a while. I didn't know about it till like later on, till I got like into skateboarding.
So how old are you again?
This is probably like middle school, probably like 12 or younger, maybe. Yeah, probably like 12 or younger.
Okay.
But I think it's been out before that though.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
I rocks with the brand. So
dope.
you do have artists underneath your label, correct?
Yeah. I got a couple artists. I got two. I had like three before, and then it just didn't really work out. So I just kind of rock with the two that I got now. We got Supreme Kai. He also from New Britain, and then I got Two Phone Schools, and he also from New Britain. I kind of like keep it in the family, starting with the label, and then later on I'll venture out and then add people. But I want to start from here.
Where? What's the label name?
I go A Sound Records.
Heard you. So right now, what do you say their sounds are as far as their beats, beat selection and sound? And
for Supreme Kai, I say he's kind of more. He started off more on like a rap R&B vibe. He dip and dab like into both of them. He like rap in the beginning because he wasn't rapping at all. Like he just kind of be in the studio, be around. I tell him like, yo, bro, like spit something, like write something, like get on the mic. And he's like, nah. And then one day he came through. I was already working on some stuff, and he's like, you know what, like fuck it, like I'm gonna try it. So I'm like, bet. And ever since then, I just started making beats for him. But he dip and dab in both. He's kind of like, if I had to like pinpoint him on somebody, kind of like a Travis Scott. He like rap, but still got like a melodic tone like in his songs. And then Two Phones more, you're like happy trap, more like not Lil Yachty, but kind of like around there and like Playboy Cardi-ish type of feel. Like more like fun music, Like not so lyrical, but something you could just vibe to.
Yeah, Two Phones kind of stands out to me.
Yeah.
You got brand. You got to integrate that with some type of technology, type of thing, some type of endorsement.
I don't know. The
go for
definition
Motorola.
Behind it.
Go for Motorola.
Yeah.
Motorola need everybody.
Right.
I'm telling you.
It could be something he do.
I'm serious, man. You got to make sure when you got these people on your label, you integrate their lifestyle and their being into, you know what I'm saying, the essence of what you're trying to categorize them in.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think you got it overall. You know what I'm saying? Developing them. Back to your production side of things. Where did that start for you?
This started probably like early high school. Like I was always into music just in general from like middle school and like being younger because my mom listened to like a lot of old like R&B, old rap. Like her favorite rapper is like Memphis Bleak. Like she listened to a lot of like rap and just old R&B. So I was always into music, but I didn't really start producing and like tapping into it until like 10th, 11th grade, like in high school. And then I just been doing it since then.
Nah, for sure. So did you have the label first or did you was producing?
Nah, I was producing before that. The label thing I kind of just thought of because I was like, I always wanted to have something that was mine and put something together that was like bigger than just producing and, kind of just bring people together. But no, producing I started with first. I was like rapping a little bit and then I kind of got more into making beats. And at the time when I was rapping, my boy was making beats. He go by Genshin. He was making beats, and I was just like rapping on them. And then he started getting a little bit better, you know. So when I was making more songs, he's like, you know, if you want me to keep making beats or whatever, you know, these are the prices, so. So I'm like, damn, I'm like, now you're trying to charge me, you know, like I've been rapping on his beats for a long time. Like I watched him learn how to make beats. So from then I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I just go back to making beats and make them for myself. So I just started making beats for myself and, you know, just rapping on those.
Nah, for sure. That's what's up. Sometimes you gotta cut the middleman, become the plug.
Nah, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened.
So musically inside CT, what are you listening to?
I listen to a lot of my own artists. Really just either my artists or people that I've worked with or people that they show me, because they listen to like a lot of more CT artists than I do. So if it's not them, it's probably somebody that they linked me in with, or a lot of like out of town. I like to work with a lot of out of town people like Florida, like LA, because you know the connections out there is real. So I kind of stay in tune with them.
Nah, for sure. So right now with your two artists, what should go with them?
Kind of to just break them out. So like if you think like ASAP Mob, you know how they kind of did like Rocky first, and they're all a collective, but you know he get like the limelight in the beginning, and he started off. Then like Ferg come after him. Then like 12, you know, all the other artists. So I'm like starting with Supreme Kai right now because he's you know progressing a little bit faster than Two Phone. So like we're working on like branching him out, getting him more shows, you know, different beats, working with different producers. So once he's out and rolling, I'm kind of the way I'm doing it. I want them to kind of make it first, because I can always, you know, just keep making their beats. I'm not really worried about me in the sense, you know, let me make it and then I'll bring you guys with me. Like you guys figure it out, and then when you guys are good, you know, then we all come in together. So
are they signed managed by you, or they just signed what you're
so it's not like a real thing. I kind of just, because like I said, I always wanted to do something bigger. So I was like, you know what? I just started like a little record label, like a fake record label. So it's not like real, no like paperwork or anything. But if I could have that mindset already, you know, I think that's good for me later down the road. So yeah, they'll, you know, show me producers that they want to work with or songs they want to do. And, you know, we'll talk about their projects, how many tracks, you know, the listing. And this all just goes down in my house. So like I said, it's a record label I want to start, and I'm calling it a record label. So it's not nothing real official, but definitely something that I'm trying to make real pretty soon.
No, definitely. It's just a starting point. You got the proof of concept right now. You have the two artists. You have the overall brand. I would say get things legitimately in place. Get your LLC and get some paperwork. You know, if you put your time into these people, make sure that they're bound to you to some extent.
Yeah.
And you already know I got the platform for them. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
When those projects are done, you know, we'll sit down and align things so we can get some exposure for them as well.
For sure.
What is so as far as placements with your beats, didn't you do something for Perps?
Yeah, I did something with Smoke Perp. Before that, I did something with Thousand Band Fani, and he's kind of in that camp with like Playboy Cardi, Uno the Activist, and you know all the like smaller like underground artists. So it's Thousand Band Fani first. After him, I did something with Smoke Perp. He's actually on the XXL freshman list, so go check that out. Definitely shouts out to him for, you know, putting me on that track. And then he collaborated with that with Reggie Mills, so I'm real in tune with those guys. And then I did co-produce with Cho Shum. We did something for Annoyed and Mike Flow, so that went really well. So that's another credit I got. And then hopefully this year, if not next year, I have something with Famous Dex coming soon. So I don't know if I could speak on it really too much, but it should be like a mixtape or maybe even an album on iTunes. So that's Famous Dex probably coming soon.
You're gonna produce the whole project?
Nah, probably like a couple tracks on there. We already got one, but it's kind of just in raps because they already did like a volume 1 to it. It's called the Dexter Reggie tape. So they already put out part 1, and that one I kind of just missed. Yeah, I made beats for them, but you know they filter beats. You know they pick certain artists. So this second one I'm definitely gonna be on, but I don't have any real date or anything, but it's definitely something in the works for that.
So musically, how do you feel about CT right now?
Now we're in a good state. I like that everybody's you know, showcasing their talent, because before it was more of like no support. You know, people don't really want to share each other's songs, you know, or even just take a listen. But I think now like we got to understand that we have to work with each other, because if we don't, we're not going to really make it anywhere. And especially like the whole Diddy thing, that just kind of put everybody like, got us locked in, because a lot of people were mad about it. But honestly, when I heard it, it was more so like, yeah, I'm mad, but that just mean, nigga, we got to step shit up. Like, he's saying that, not, offense to us, but more so like, let's do it then. Let's show him what we got. So I think now we're working together, as opposed to before when we were just kind of like, I'll make it and then you could come after me. But now we're like in tune with each other.
So when I initially heard the Diddy joint, I was like, I wasn't so much mad about it because I felt like it was true, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's true, because there's so much like talent around here.
It's not about quality. It's not about quantity. It's about quality.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Even these people, like, they're underground and you don't hear them, but that's because they don't have the exposure. So they can have the quality or they can not have the quality, but we just don't hear them because they probably don't have the fan base or the friends.
I've heard the bulk of it.
Yeah, so
I've heard a big bulk of it.
So I don't know. I wouldn't, in my opinion, I wouldn't say it's true, but I would say it's definitely something we could step up and show that we have.
Well, if people really invested into themselves, put it like this: when I first started CT Onlock, I had over 250 artists submit to my website.
Okay.
So that's throughout the life cycle of CT Onlock.
Yeah.
And that's 3 years time period. So I've seen even newer people. I've seen everybody in between, and I've seen it's probably, I want to say, within 20 artists that actually have a chance of getting out of the state that don't want to put up their own money.
That's what I'm saying. You got to have the dedication, but that's what I'm saying. When he said that, that's what it brought out of people, for us to actually work and get shit going. Before, we wasn't doing that. Before, we kind of just waiting for our turn to come up, and that's not how it is. You kind of got to take your spot. That's how I feel about producing. It is like you got Chill Shump, you got 2-4, you got a lot of other producers, and you got to take your spot.
No, for sure. You got, like you say, you got to take your spot and make it your own. Sometimes you got to create a spot if there's no spot to be taken.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, I think you got the right idea. It's just that I would say is everybody got to work harder and work together.
No, for sure, definitely.
Like, my goal is to bring CT together, but once I seen how hard it was, how many people was like, how many egos it was, I was like, my goal is not to bring y'all together, but to make y'all cohesively rock with the platform. Exactly. So then from there, the platform can feed off of each of the auras of the auras of the audience of the artist or the creative period, and then from there I can expose them that way.
Yeah.
Because trying to bring everybody together is like, I don't know what's real and what's not. Like, I only interact with a lot of people on the internet. So when I go into certain demographics, it's kind of harder for me to know what's real beef and what's internet stuff.
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
And I try to explain to people, like, I just do business. Don't bring me into the extra.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't, like, if I go into New Haven and something going on in New Haven and something's a certain way, I can't for sure say that I'm straight because I'm with this person, and then this person see me with this person, and they may feel some away, and they try to bring me into a certain situation where I'm just trying to build a platform here. Exactly. So it's like,
we're all come together. Like I said, I think it's changing. We're all like working for the best now.
No, for sure. So what's next for you overall?
So overall, honestly, just like I said, try to keep making a name for myself. Get more placements, work on networking with more people. Like I said, I like to work with a lot of like out of state people because they'll bring more artists in, or their connections are already there when you're working with them. So definitely just keep progressing for myself, try to figure out not really my lane, but where I can go from what I'm already doing.
Nah, for sure. That's a good way to put it. What would you say to a younger producer that's on the come up just like yourself?
Man, I just say keep doing it and just wait it out. Like it takes time. You might not even know it's coming, honestly, because like a lot of the stuff that I got, I didn't know it was really coming until I got the phone call or the text. So I just keep doing what you're doing. Practice. I mean, watch videos. Do whatever you got. You're gonna have to mess up a lot before you get to where you want to be. So definitely just keep doing what you're doing and just give it time.
For sure.
Definitely what you
want
want to
So
do.
where can they plug you in at? Where can they contact you for beats, production, all that stuff? Go book your artist, good stuff.
Yeah, they can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and that's just at A60_. I think Snapchat's the same thing, A60. And for my beats, you could go on tracktrain.com/A60. And then I got all my prices on there. My artists are on my page. I have a A-Sound Records label page, so you can follow that on Instagram too. That's just at A-Sound Records, and it'll have their my artist links in the bio. So
For sure. And last question to you before we go: how do you feel about Connecticut Onlock and the overall experience that you've had? So far.
No, this is dope, man. We need more shit like this. I mean, you know, it's good to start here because this is something where somebody can really showcase their talent other than like, you know, performing or doing videos. This is definitely something like for the culture and something good for Connecticut. So no, I'm definitely feeling it.
Nah, for sure. Until next time, you know, we're checking in with 860. Make sure you follow him, cop those beats.
Nah, definitely.
CT Onlock. That's how we moving.